Today's Sunday, October the 14th, and we're heading to Wyoming to hit the opener tomorrow for the opening day general season rifle tag. Once we got camp set up, we met Joe and Steve, our partners for this week.
Joe Kolovich, Tooele High School, class of 1988. Roger Nix, Tooele High School, class of 1988. Go Buffaloes.
Hello, Stephen Wagner, Logan High, 85. Go Grizzlies.
It was 9 degrees when we left the truck this morning. We rode the horses in an hour before we split up for the day.
All right, opening day, day one. I saw a bunch of elk butts going through the dark timber. No shots. Day two. What did I see day two? Oh, I saw no elk on day two. Day three, I saw some elk about a mile away. That's it.
2018 elk hunt up here with Tony, Joe, and Steve. We went up Gold Nugget Canyon over here. Day one, Tony and I took off on the horses.
When you're not seeing anything, you're easily entertained. And boy, is it comical watching a kid from Tooele trying to get on a horse.
Oh! Went out to the east, Joe went to the west, Steve went straight south. And I can't speak for the other two, but Tony and I seen a lot of country. We went on a great horse ride.
Opening day of the Wyoming Rifle Elk season. It said 9 degrees on the truck when we left this morning, but it really doesn't even feel like that. It feels 49, 50. Right where we need to be at the crack of daylight, so let's see if we can see something.
Saw a big buck. First thing in the morning, saw several moose. And no elk, but great elk country. And if the elk would have been there, we would have seen them because we're sponsored by Swarovski Optics. And anyway, the second day we went out, same thing. We went to where we thought the elk might be, and we knew we were in the right spot because Tony and I, first thing in the morning, coming on up the ridge, we see this huge bull elk. And I think Tony might have some footage to insert here of that elk, that bull moose. Did I say moose? Okay. Big bull moose. We're stopping watching him for a while, and right behind us here comes a big old outfitter crew, 5 horses, mules, and they were trying to beat us to our spot. So we wanted to go to this beautiful canyon that we'd found, and we hurried up there, beat our horses, whipped them, got up there faster than the outfitters did. And we got all the way up there, sat, and started glassing the canyon, and the outfitters passed us and kind of went down one more canyon over. And not even 4 or 5 minutes later after they passed us, we hear a shot. So we stayed in our canyon for a while. And waited to see if anything would run over, get scared out of that canyon. Nothing came, so Tony said, I'm gonna go over there and find out where they were, what they shot. And so we loaded up the horses and went over that other canyon.
I got to the point where I almost didn't want Roger to get off the horse.
we got over there and the outfitter said, "Oh, we missed a bull. We missed a bull here earlier this morning," but I'm not buying it. I don't believe it. I think that they did get a bull in that canyon. I think that Tony and I stopped one canyon too early, and it wasn't just in our fate that day. So that night we came back and had some great food and camped. Had great conversations, shared stories. Day 3, we did a similar thing, only Tony and I got up top and we decided to split up. He went into new country, heading south. I went over to where Steve told me to sit, because after Steve killed the big bull on Monday, I figured I better do what Steve tells me to do.
But here's the best. I'm so glad I got this on camera.
Come on, stand right there. Don't move.
You're gonna have to bleep out the swear words. Hold still. Hold still so she doesn't walk away. And I guarded that mountain from about 9:30 till about 3:30 in the afternoon, making sure that no deer or elk or anything else trespassed on it, and it was safe. Nothing trespassed on it all day long. Tony joined me later in that afternoon, and I wanted to take a nap and doze off for a second and put him on watch, but he decided he wanted a nap instead. So he pretty much slept that afternoon while I watched for elk, which didn't show up.
Joel prophesies that God will bless his people in the latter days and pour out his Spirit upon them. Chapter 2, verses 15 through 32. Chapter 3, verses 16 and 17.
Roger just happens to be the gospel doctrine teacher at church, and he seized the opportunity to work on his lesson while he's up here hunting. That's why he's the best.
28 and verses 37 and 38.
And last night we dumped Joe, and me and Steve and Tony. Where's Joe? Me and Steve and Tony went into Afton and got a steak. So Joe was up on the mountain and we didn't want to wait for him, so we went in and got a steak. And we told them that we stopped at Maverick and got a hot dog. That's pretty funny stuff right there.
And boy, was dinner good.
But if he watches this, he'll know we ate a steak. So, and then today, it's last day. Finally, after the fourth day of the elk hunt, Tony and I decided that the horses have had way too much action for the last 3 days, hauling our big butts around. So we were gonna go road hunting a little bit and see what we could see in some new territory out to the east. And we saw 50, 60 deer. We saw some moose again, a couple moose. saw 4 cow elk. And that was it. Now we're getting ready to pack up because we have some obligations back home. And the hunt ends next Wednesday, and we're trying to figure out a plan for the end of the hunt right now. But so far, that's where we're at after 4 days.
Okay, I spent all day sitting on a hillside, watching another hillside, and didn't see anything. So about 5 o'clock, decided to head back towards the truck. Came around these. Well, I sat down to just glass this hillside, and I heard an elk chuckle back where we kind of all split up for the day. I thought that was kind of weird. Maybe a person was doing that, but I walked this way, came around the corner, elk standing in the middle of the trail, shot him in the chest, and he just dropped. That's it. Hunt's over. 1 elk.
Lucky bugger.
Steve had it all cut up and ready to go. All we had to do was throw it on the horses. You know, sometimes it's a pain to feed these horses all year long. Get them shoed, take them to the vet, whatever else. But boy, they are so worth it when you can throw an elk on there and pack it all out in one trip. Packing out Steve's elk today. I'm a little tired. Whew. Better stop for a break. You guys okay? Yeah.
Special thanks to Joe Kolovich, Roger Nix, and Steve Wegener. Wyoming Rifle Elk number 1 is brought to you today by Swarovski, Trailmax, Maverick, The Adventure Starts Here, Valion Cafe, Chevrolet Like a Rock, and Diet Dr. Shasta. What's that? If you enjoy watching Making Memories Outdoors, you can like and subscribe by clicking the thumbs up button and the subscribe button down below. Then you'll be notified when the next video comes out.